The torch has been passed, or as they say up here in Canada, the torch has been passed from the Fujifilm X100V to the Nikon ZF. The Nikon ZF is now out of stock, I believe worldwide. For sure in this green color, it's going to be probably, I've heard estimates of May. Those are some stores in Japan. Hopefully cameras start coming in a little bit faster than that. But yeah, this is the new, hard to get, retro-styled camera that does everything for at least myself, from my personal work all the way up to the professional work that I do at wedding days. A lot of people thought that I was crazy when I did Tim and I in New York City, we did the review of the ZF versus the X100V. And people were like, why don't you compare this camera to the XT5 or something that actually makes sense? And my thought process then, and I guess that's been maybe reaffirmed a little bit now, is that I figured that this camera, especially with this 40mm f2 or this 28mm f2.8 or this 16mm fisheye, I figured that this was going to very quickly become the new kit that a lot of people looking at the X100V would now be looking at, because it is a lot more expandable. Yes, you can make the Fujifilm X100V a 28mm lens with the adapter, but you can also just get a very nice and compact and attractive looking. These are the SE versions, and it's a full frame camera that has 2 card slots. It's a lot more customizable. It's a smarter buy for sure. The autofocus is significantly better. The body itself, I think that's what most people have been commenting when they receive their ZF for the first time. They're like, wow, this thing's like really a substantial, it's very well made, feels very good in your hands. It doesn't feel like a plastic body. Like if you held the ZFC, which was the crop sensor version of this, it definitely had some plastic elements. This just feels really, really nice. And I've been so happy with it from wedding days, with the exception of the fact that there's video coming in a minute about how I use this camera with the 50 and also the Atomos star recorder, and the ergonomics were just absolutely terrible, and it actually caused some medical concerns. So don't use that. This 40 f2, this 28 2.8, this 16 fish, much more suited to a camera of this style. Even with the grip, larger lenses like the 85-1.2, the 50-1.2, the 24-70 f2.8, I feel like is the line that if you go beyond that, it becomes a little bit difficult to manage, but up until that 24-70, I'm very, very happy with it. Now the question is, what do you do with this information? Knowing that not only myself, but a lot of my friends and just people around the world are now all in on this camera, I would say if you do want one, get your pre-order in, or not, I guess it's not a pre-order anymore, get your order in as soon as possible, because even if it does, it's kind of going back to what happened with the X100V, that even if that camera does arrive, there's a pretty good chance that even if you don't want to take it, that you can immediately resell it. Or if it's a camera shop that you're dealing with, maybe you just say you don't want to take the order and they can quickly sell it to someone else. Now, if you are a wedding photographer, stick around for a moment. We are doing a Black Friday sale, and it is a crazy Black Friday sale. There's only 10 available. So if you do want to get one, there's a link down below, and it'll tell you everything you need to know, but it goes on sale on Black Friday at 12 noon, and it'll probably sell out by about 12:05. That's also Eastern time. So 12 noon Eastern time, Black Friday, 10 of my Black Friday sale available, and that's it. Then it's gone forever. That's this year's sale. And if you click through to the link, you'll see why there's only 10 available, because it's a pretty crazy offer. Until next time, get your order in soon, because I think the green and the brown, the green and the gray were the first 2 to sell out. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Maybe I had some sort of effect. And then immediately the rest of the catalog all sold out, including all the colors and including just the standard black one as well. So yeah, the torch has been passed. It's Nikon ZF.